Hey, it's guys. I'm doing a BS deck profile for you guys. Sorry if I seem kind of out of breath. I had just walked almost 4 miles. Doing the Pokemon Go event. So yeah. It's the spring event. Where you can get like 2 counter eggs from gifts. So I've been walking a lot doing that. I had a couple 7 mile days, a couple 6 mile days. So yeah, that tells you kind of how far I've been going, walking and doing stuff like that. So yeah. So back to the main thing that you guys want to see. So the whole point of the deck is to get him out into the field and make this effect of this, equip this to that, and just lock out your punch extract. That's the main goal. I didn't really get a chance to do that during the duels. So yeah. But at least you guys kind of got to see at least more of the OTK of an OTK version, I guess. But it's mainly more for locking out your opponent's extract, but they didn't get to do that. So if you guys want to cut this out of the deck, you could probably put in uh, like some other draw power or like extravagances or something. So yeah. So 3 Blaster Cannon Core. He basically specializes himself if your opponent controls a monster more monster than what you do. So it's basically like Pankatrops, basically. And then he gets 3 counters when he's no more special. So, yeah. And then you only supposed to summon him once that way. So, yeah. And then all the BS monsters have an effect where if they don't have counters on them, then they get destroyed. And then if this card bowed, meaning that if I attack with it or if you attack into it, then the counter's removed that way. Sorry about that. But the counter's removed from the card if I attack into it or if you attack into it. So, or if I attack with it, or yeah. So, and then three, Mark 3. So basically, it has more of a Cyber Dragon effect to where if your opponent controls a monster you don't, you can special it in defense. And then same thing where it gets 3 counters, and then it can't be destroyed by battle. And then its additional effect is that you can banish this card from your grave, shuffle all BS monsters from your graveyard into your deck. So it does kind of help recycle your main stuff that you want to keep bringing out. So like Tetran or your big monster. So yeah. So 3 Mark 2. If you control no monsters, you can no summon it without triggering. And then same thing where 3 counters and then it cannot be destroyed by battle and all that. So and then 3 B.E.S Big Core. This was originally named Big Core, but they changed it to have the B.E.S name in it. Just a standard true summon, place 3 counters on it, and yeah, it could basically just be a vanilla, but yeah. And then 3 Tetran. This is the main, or the other main one that I really like. Just because it helps scare up back row by removing 1 counter. So if you summon him off of Zalos, he'll get the 1 counter off Zalos, and then you remove the counter, pop a Spell Trap, and then play Boss Rush. And then during end phase, once this dies by battle, then by attacking, then boss rush will trigger, and then you get a bigger monster for basically free. So yeah. And then 2 Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. So while this card is equipped to a monster, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. That's the whole point of this card. Is just to equip it to this and basically lock your opponent's extra deck. So because once you have this on field, then this is basically protected from being destroyed by card effect and also being targeted. So and also if it has a counter on it, then it's also protected by battle. So that's kind of one way that they actually that this deck actually works is pretty decently on the idea. So yeah. And then 1 day piece, 3 desires, and an upstart. So basically just your draw power cards. You want to get to the field spell and basically make this as quickly as possible. So yeah. 2 Dark Ruler, just to help shut down infinite negates. So which can really kill this deck. So yeah. Especially Yugioh B.E.S. Yeah. So Terraforming and Metaverse are both there to help get Zalos to your hand. I wish you were at 3, but I get why you're at 1. So Monster Reborn, just bring back a B.E.S. and then and then it'll get a counter on it. So yeah. 3 Elemental just for OTKs. 2 Twin Toaster, just help get rid of back row. Stormforth. This card is actually pretty decent in the deck if you don't have Boss Rush on the field just yet. You can tribute. You got 1, 2, 3 targets. So it's pretty good for help getting over annoying things that this deck cannot kill over. So Boss Rush. So basically, whenever you activate this, then you cannot null summon. That's why this is good when you don't have that on the field. So and then during end phase, you get another B.E.S. monster on the field. So yeah. 3 Zalos. So you get to add Boss Rush, which is good, and then all B.E.S. monsters gain fire, attack, and defense, which is also amazing. And then your opponent cannot target them with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's also really quite good. And then once per turn, you can special 1 B.E.S. monster from your hand. And then if a B.E.S. monster is normal threshold, then place 1 counter on it. So that's not a hard once per turn, so you can just keep summoning out B.E.S. monsters if you choose to. You have to get a new field spell, but you can choose to do that if you decide to. So, but yeah. And then 1 Metaverse, and then 1 Skill Drain. So Skill Drain is just obvious in B.E.S. Just because it helps shut down effects really well. So yeah. And then 3 Union Carrier for extra deck. So it cannot be used as ink material this turn. And then you can target 1 monster you control, equip 1 monster from your hand or deck with the same original type or attribute. The equip monster gains 1,000 attack. If you equip it from the deck, you cannot special summon monsters with the equipped card's name for the rest of the turn. And then it takes 2 monsters with the same type or attribute. So that's really easy for B.E.S. because they're all machines. So yeah, that's really easy. So yeah, so that's basically it for the deck. Just like I said, an idea that I had, thought that I would try out, and too bad I didn't really get to pull it off for a video for you guys. But you know, sometimes that happens. So but yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Oh, before I go, also want to mention something else. So I finally completed my project that I was working on. Um, so if you guys would like to see a video on it, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll be happy to showcase it to you guys. It is actually really really cool. I'm looking at it right now, and it's like I said, it's really really quite cool. So if you guys are interested in seeing it, let me know. If not, then um, I might still do a video on it. But yeah. So again, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in tomorrow's video. Later.